Hi, I'm Kristie Hauer with the Wisconsin Valley Library Service. In today's Digital Byte, we will be looking at 3 shared resources that are available to our member library staff. The shared resources are Google Sheets. They focus on adult and youth programming and performers. All staff members can access these sheets, can add information onto the sheets, and can also peruse the sheets for information and ideas for planning programs at their own library. Let's take a look at the first sheet, the Youth Services Performer Booking Spreadsheet. This one is the most active of the 3 sheets. As you can see, I've laid it out slightly differently than it was at one point in time. This was with the goal in mind of making it cleaner and easier to use, with the ability to find information a little bit more quickly and to have it stay more orderly as time goes on. The first tab at the bottom of the sheet is Best Practices. This is just some information and tidbits for all of us so that we are using and entering information onto the spreadsheet in a uniform way. This will help it keep organized as time goes on. The next tab is the Summary of Recommended Performers. We will look at this tab a bit more shortly. And finally, there are tabs for each year that we've been maintaining this information. All of the information previous to this year still exists in the spreadsheet. It is just broken down by the year that the performers were hired. We are currently using the 2023 tab to enter in any performers that you've had for youth programs this year. Many libraries have already done this. I've added a tab for 2024 already, so that as soon as you start lining up those programs, you can add them to the spreadsheet right away. When you want to share your information about programs that you have, go ahead and go to the appropriate year, and then fill out all of the information for each column. The library name, the name of the performer, the date and time of your performance, what that performer does, the cost, if the program is virtual or in person, a website for that program or performer, and any other notes or information that you want to share with your library colleagues in the area. You can see right here, Colby has bolded a couple of their programs. This is an indication from that library staff to the rest of you that Colby felt these were really top-notch performers and programs, and that they are recommending them to be hired by other libraries. This information of recommended performers, once they are bolded, I will move from the annual tab below to the Summary of Recommended Performers so that the best performers, deemed by all of you, are easier to find, all in the same area. These performers on this tab come from any of the dated tabs below. So it will be a summary over time of those best performers that all of you have liked the most. Next, we'll move on to the Storywalk Exchange spreadsheet. This spreadsheet is just one tab, and it's meant to collect information about storywalks that you have available at your library. If you do have storywalks, they can be filled out on this spreadsheet. You would add the book name and author and illustrator, a little bit about the dimensions and page count for your storywalk, the library that owns that storywalk, and if that storywalk is currently available for other member libraries to borrow, or if it's currently on display, meaning it's not available for other libraries to borrow right now. You would list a contact information for the person at the library that can help organize the storywalk, and any notes about the particular storywalk. The goal of this spreadsheet is to know all of the different storywalks that are available at all of our member libraries. This way, another library can ask to borrow one of these storywalks from the owning library to have it at your own location for a program on your site. Finally, the final spreadsheet is the Adult Services Programming spreadsheet. This one is set up similar to the Youth Performers spreadsheet. The first tab at the bottom again is the Best Practices. It's the same as the Youth sheet. Fill out as much information as possible for your performer, and the ones that you think are the best and you're recommending to your library colleagues, please go ahead and bold it. Any performers or speakers that are bolded, I will copy and add to the recommended tab. Library staff can add their performers and programs onto this tab right here. We have a number of them already listed in there. And finally, the fourth tab is kind of a brainstorming and working sandbox. Ideas you might have, brainstorms that you might have about future adult programs or performers can be added here. I hope you have all enjoyed the tour of these shared spreadsheets, and please remember that they are available for you to share your ideas with other library colleagues in the area, or to gain some ideas and leads for your own programming. Thank you.